In a quiet forest where tall trees touched the sky and the wind sang through the leaves like a lullaby, there lived a tiny mouse named Milo. He was the smallest creature in the forest, with soft brown fur, bright black eyes, and a heart full of big dreams. But no one believed he could ever make a difference. "Look at you," the rabbits teased. "You're so tiny, you can barely carry a nut." "You're too weak to help anyone," the squirrels scoffed. Even the birds soaring above would say, "You're too little to matter." Every day Milo heard these words. Every day he whispered to himself, "One day I will show them that courage is not about size." Milo lived alone in a small burrow beneath an old oak tree. He had few friends, but a heart kinder than most. Whenever he could, he helped others. If a bird's egg fell from a nest, he would roll it back up the hill with all his strength. If a frog lost its way, he would guide it back to the pond. But no one noticed. They still called him tiny, weak, and useless. And one afternoon, the peace of the forest shattered. A deep, terrifying roar echoed through the trees. It wasn't wind, it wasn't thunder, it was something far more dangerous. A lion had escaped from a nearby human village and wandered into the forest. He was angry, starving, and confused. Panic spread like wildfire. Birds flapped away in terror. Rabbits dove into their burrows. Even the wolves and strong deer hid behind trees. No one dared to face the lion. Later that evening, the forest elders gathered to decide what to do. The lion had fallen into a hunter's trap made of thick rope. He was trapped near the river. Though he was stuck, he was still dangerous. If left there, he would suffer and die of hunger or thirst. "Let him die," the fox said coldly. "He is not one of us." "He is suffering," said the wise old owl. "He should not be left that way." "Who will go?" asked the bear. "We are all too afraid." Milo, who had been listening quietly, stepped forward. "I will go," he said. The animals burst into laughter. "You?" cried the rabbit. "You can't even lift a leaf." But Milo's eyes were full of courage. "I may be small," he said, "but my heart is not." That night, while the forest slept, Milo set off toward the river. The darkness was thick and full of fear, but he did not stop. His tiny legs trembled, but his spirit stayed strong. When he reached the trap, he saw the lion tangled in a heavy net. His golden mane was dusty, and his eyes were full of pain and rage. The moment he saw Milo, he roared, a sound so powerful that the trees quivered. But Milo did not run. "I have come to help you," he said gently. The lion growled in disbelief. "You? A mouse? You think you can free a lion?" "Let me try," Milo replied. He climbed onto the ropes and began to gnaw with his tiny but sharp teeth. Thread by thread he worked. His jaw ached, his mouth bled, and exhaustion weighed him down. But he never stopped. Hours passed. The sky lightened with the first touch of dawn. Finally, the last rope snapped. The lion stood, astonished and free. He looked at Milo, not with anger now, but with gratitude. "You saved me," he said softly, as if he himself could not believe it. Milo, shaking with exhaustion, managed a small smile. "I told you, small creatures can make a big difference." The lion bowed his great head. "You are the bravest soul I have ever known." Together they returned to the forest. The animals froze in disbelief as the mighty lion walked peacefully, carrying tiny Milo gently on his back. The creature they once mocked was now a hero, and the beast they feared had become his friend. From that day on, no one called Milo weak or useless. He became a symbol of courage and hope. The forest finally understood that bravery is not measured by size or strength, but by heart. The lion became Milo's closest friend, protecting the forest with honor, and remembering forever the little mouse who saved his life. Milo's story spread across lands, and even reached the human world. Parents told their children, "Be like Milo, kind, brave, and believing in yourself. No act of kindness is too small. No heart is too weak to show courage." Sometimes the greatest hero is the one no one believes in. So whenever life tells you that you're too small, too late, or not enough, remember Milo. In your darkest moment, your courage can shine its brightest. Believe in your worth, because even the tiniest heart can change the world.